Most people know in the Star Citizen that the Reclaimer is probably the best maker of money at the moment, but not many people actually know what does it mean in UECs per hour, let's say, or how fast you can make money with Reclaimer. And I would say to most people this will be very surprising. Although you must have heard before that the Reclaimer is pretty much a printer of money made into the game, but even then I don't think I expected it's gonna be as bad or as good, depending on how you're looking at it in real life. I often see other people asking in chat when I'm in the game that what is the best way to make money, etc, etc. Pretty much, yeah, everybody knows, like, okay, you need a reclaimer basically if you want to do the fastest money, and then obviously some people don't have the money for the reclaimer. But there is also a question, and that's, I kind of find it always funny when even people know it is reclaimer, they'll always give bad numbers, really, like how much you can make per hour. And some people say like 2 millions, 4 millions per hour, you know, people already going crazy, oh my god, that much, I need my reclaimer. And then I'm obviously gonna make a comment, like, that is way below what it actually is. Because I personally did multiple runs when I did in our 12 million. And this is where usually people kind of, what is the right expression for that? They bunch up on me and start calling me a liar, or you know, like making jokes like I'm being silly, I don't know what I'm talking about. When in fact I know that they are the one who don't know what they're talking about, saying it's 2 millions or 4 or 6, whatever. When I never made less than, I guess, this run. Because yeah, it wasn't exactly the best one I had, but then again, after the run, when I decided to make this guide and to show people like not only is it possible, but I wasn't lying either. And yes, it is what it is. It is as bad. And again, like for me as well, when I didn't have any ships, it was as good, because you can get any ships pretty much, you know, on command. I spent usually at least 2 hours in game when I go to start it, and if not more. That is probably my shorter run when I do only 2 hours. But then if you're gonna focus yourself on just doing kind of grinding, yeah, I'm gonna do a run when I can grind money, and I do it in Reclaimer ever since I was shown how to do it. Yeah, I mean, we're talking about 12 millions per hour, so in 2 hours, you know, like 24 millions, you can buy anything you want outside of 89J, which, okay, if you want that one, make 1 hour extra, you know, make it 3 and you will have that one too. It's crazy. So coming back to this guide and to this video, I made it on purpose, unedited. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys that, well, first of all, I didn't lie. For those who's maybe watching it and play with me, and before we had maybe a small argument in the game, about, not argument, you know, discussion, they've been laughing at me, I'm lying. I've been laughing at them, they didn't know what to talk about. That, yeah, not only is possible, but it's the reality. And this run wasn't exactly the best, but as I mentioned before, I was kind of thinking about it afterwards. It wasn't the worst either. Well, it was the worst, but it could have been worse still. I just didn't have it the worst yet, because almost everything from the start to the end was worse than otherwise. Like, I usually have much more smooth run, and on this specific run, and you will see it if you can watch the whole thing. Again, nothing's edited, you will see everything. Yeah, there was so many things that kind of didn't work out the way it should have, or normally does. Like, it was kind of well, not optimal run, let's put it this way, because again, I can't complain. In the end, it kind of worked out anyway. I managed, so it could have been definitely worse. I pretty much, despite all of that, lost only 1 load, let's say 2 loads. No, let's make it 1 load. 1 load less of hammerheads, yeah, that's what you wanna always scrape, and we're gonna see soon why. Now, I should already mention on this one when it was showing there, look at the distance from the hammerhead. Yeah, I should already start doing the guide. You wanna stop at least, well, 45 meters away from that, at least, at the most 45 meters, at least 40. So right now I'm at 40. You may wonder why, but that's mainly because of the length of the arm that's gonna extend to the front. If you go too close, well, you're gonna push it out, and yeah, goodbye to the wreck. You're not gonna chase it. When you're alone, so then you don't have a driver to chase the wreck as you're trying to reclaim it. So you'll be like, that's a loss. You can just forget about it, or wait, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, you know, and then it's gonna stop eventually. But that's not optimal. But on the other side, if you are too far away, let's say, okay, so the arm doesn't punch or doesn't hit the hole, so it doesn't go like into the space, well, it's not visible now, but right now you can see how many percent I get, 10% extra for the distance. Now I measured the distance roughly, what is like the optimal, again between 40 to 45 is safe, but at the same time you should be hitting that plus 10% of 221 SCUs, which means every single time you reclaim the main hull, you should get, as you can see, 240 units of SCU with a bonus on. So if you're too far away, you may not get the bonus, and then you will have to go across and also harvest the head. You can see it in the space, and it was to the side, which is always gonna make up 240 SUs. And this is the first time I made a mistake on here. I thought the elevator is up, but no, it was down already. So wasted some time on that, but whatever. It wasn't like that much, but yeah, it didn't start great, and it will only get worse from here. I made too many mistakes, and yeah, in the end I did one load less than I would do otherwise, at the very least, maybe possibly two. So why is that? The premise of my 12 millions that I was telling to everybody was based on the fact that when I typically measure my run, I'll explain how I measure it, because it's kind of like, I'm saying measure it, I'm not really measuring it, but I'll explain later how it is done, but I know it's on average 7 minutes roughly. So if you do one load per 7 minutes, then in an hour, well, you can do 8, right? 56 minutes, 7 times 8, 56, yeah. So you'll do 8 loads. And here I should explain as well, if you do it first time, what you see me doing here is 16 units per one box coming out. Yeah, you want to definitely do that, and there is a box in the corner which says auto eject. You want to have that on. This, I don't know what happened here. So I didn't use it for quite a while now. I'm just doing this run again to show you guys, because I don't have any money anyway. I have pretty much every ship that I wanted, at least. And I always sell everything I have. And then when I found this reclaimer, this is the first time I see it, you know, when I came back into this area. There was 2 boxes already in there. I don't know what's that about, but it's not gonna add too much of value. Yeah, just not to worry about that too much. Now, this is where the magic happens. Like, it's quite important as well how quickly you can do the, well, this part, the loading part, because obviously you're gonna lose the most time doing this part, and this is also why I find it really odd when people don't believe that you can do it in 7 minutes, because they think this part takes too long. Well, if you do it correctly, one thing I'm doing here also, put in the balcony, is just to make space for later on. It's not relevant when you do exactly 1 hour run, because you will not have enough loads to kind of have issues with the space. The reason why I'm still playing with those boxes and do it the way I will do it otherwise is just to show you guys, if you optimally put the boxes, there is a possibility of much many more loads coming into the ship, so you can save for more money, essentially. But when it comes to the 1 hour, it doesn't really matter how you stack it, because either way you should be, well, I think I'm gonna eat my own words now, because it happens to me before when I didn't care too much about stacking the boxes. 4 loads was already giving me issues. The ships looked like full, and you know, everything was kind of messy, and I had issues. I didn't even know if I can do the 5th one. But in hour, theoretically you can do 8, right? And practically 7. That's why I said it 12 millions, because it should be 7 loads of 7 full loads, pretty much. Now, this part is the part when people, oh, this takes too long. How? Each of these boxes coming out every 16 seconds. How do we know that? Because one ICU is 1 second. Now we have 240 SCUs of cargo after you reclaim the hammerhead or a full load, let's put it this way. That basically means it is 240 seconds, yeah, of these boxes coming out. Now, if you do it correctly, there will be no delay in there. Those boxes will come out exactly in 240 seconds, which is exactly 4 minutes. And then you will need some travel, traveling up and down. So let's call it 1 minute coming here, 1 minute coming out. That should be in 6 minutes exactly. Of course, you need to reclaim the actual hammerhead, yeah, because that's part of the run, and get to the hammerhead as well, etc. That will be, yeah, roughly a minute. As you can see, the cracking of the hull is what, 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds roughly, and then collecting is about another 20. So if this is exactly 4 minutes, if you do your traveling pretty good, you know, like sometimes it's longer, so you need to go around planets, you know, but most of the time it will be straight line. You just jump into the next point, which is literally a second away of quantum jump. But then you need to travel like manually, yeah, in normal mode to the actual wreck and align yourself very quickly. But suppose you do this everything correctly. Do you think you need 3 minutes for all of that? So for the travel to the AJ, then collecting it and then traveling up and down on this hill, because when I said 1 minute, did it take me 1 minute from the bridge to here? It's probably more like 25 seconds, right? But I'm leaving there for easy math, and yeah, it's very easy to do in 7 minutes once you got everything perfected. What's always costed me the most time as well was this, messing around with boxes, stuff like that. My goal each time when I'm trying to do this, because I'm grinding, when I grind for money, I don't necessarily enjoy it. At least it's not terrible game loop, you know, like I kind of enjoy this part more than, let's say, any other type of grinding. So it's not horrible, but I'm still chasing time. I'm trying to get the money as quick as I can so I can play the game in a way I want. And that was also like one of the points. Oh, let's come back to this right now. So what I'm doing here, I realized another mistake. What I do? I forgot to take the mission. Yeah, so I should already have prepared the next mission of the hammerhead, and there was none. So I start panicking now. As you can see, 2 boxes already waiting here. I start panicking here. I lost some time, but I didn't block it, yeah, because 16 seconds is for the next box coming out. So if it doesn't stay there on the belt for 16 seconds, the next one will come out anyway in the exact same time. So that's why I didn't kind of bother right now with those, like make it perfect. I just took it quickly out to make sure if the next one's about to come out, it will not get blocked. Because if it gets blocked, you need to unblock it manually and you're losing time. And it's not anymore 4 minutes, yeah. And that's what I'm checking down. Like that one was not blocked. This one is not blocked. Actually, they was all done. Yeah, it's empty. I'm double checking again because I started upping myself. Yeah, it was all done. I was the last 2 boxes, and nothing happened anyway. And here, because I already knew I'm gonna have to do it at some point anyway, with the space, I was planning already for 7 loads, so I knew I kind of have to do a decent job with stacking the boxes. So the first load you almost want to do on the top, behind the balcony basically. So there's like nothing downstairs still. Like you already done 1 load and nothing happened. And yeah, this is also where the point of the money comes. Like, how do you make 12 millions? Like, nobody can believe it. Well, it's simple math. You've seen yourself when I collected the hammerhead. Just for cracking the hull, when you complete the mission, you will get 250k. Pocket at the end, that was like 10 seconds effort. You already have that. So it's crazy, yeah? Even if that was the only loop and nothing else, it'd be the best way how to make money anyway. You will not make 250k in 10 seconds anywhere else. But that's still the least value of what you just did. In the next 4 minutes, well, 5, because you need to travel into the hangar, unload everything else, you'll make 1.3 millions roughly. Yeah, it will be more or less, depends on the quality of the material you collected. It's always kind of different. It's similar ratio, I noticed though, but there is components which are civilian, and the most components will be military. And the civilian components that you're gonna get from the boxes will be less valued than the military ones. And that's also another reason why you should always only kind of reclaim hammerheads or military equipment, yeah, if you have issue. And I already forgot, I don't even notice when I got the next mission, but I remember like I didn't have it at first, and then sometime in between, as I was doing all of this, I managed to get a mission anyway, yeah, for the next one, so I didn't lose time waiting for the next hammerhead, regardless of kind of not having luck the very first time around with it. And this has never happened to me before. This was literally my first case when I didn't have a mission straight away after that. And I also realized only because I didn't have the timer. And this is how I know it's always 7 minutes when I do one run. Because typically, as soon as I crack the hull of the hammerhead, let's say we go now, as soon as I crack it, I should take the next mission. And that's when you have the timer, as you can see on the top, and you have 1 hour left. I already see at the point when I crack the hull. because I will take, oh sorry, I cracked the hull and then collected as well. Yeah, so I have the SCUs full. That's when I'm gonna access the mission. I have 1 hour now on my timer, and by the time I come back, like when I unload all the boxes out and come back, typically it's 54 minutes, 53 minutes left. So I know all that process took me like 6 minutes plus, let's say, 1 extra minute for the cracking of the hull. So I knew I'm doing about every 7 minutes I'm doing one load, and that's when the math comes to as well. So if we have 250k for the hammerhead, and we're gonna see it very very soon on this one as well, and about 1.3 million on average per the load that's in the back, well, that's 1.5, 1.6 almost millions per one load. Now if I get simple math times 6, yeah, you got 6 loads, let's say, you can easily do 6 loads in 1 hour, because if you do it per 7 minutes, that should be easy. Yes, 6 millions, sorry, 1.6 million times 6 will be 6 millions plus 3.9 million, 10 millions, yeah, that's if you do only 6 loads. But let's say you can do 7, yeah, that's still 7 loads times 7 minutes, 49 minutes, and you get all the time for the hunger and everything else. That's why I always claim it's a bit more than that, yeah. It should be around 12, because in theory you can get, let's say, even 8 loads. But I think I did overestimate a little bit on there. I think I did 1 extra load. I think it was, because I was always counting from the moment I was basically doing this, cracking the hull. Yeah, I didn't count the time when I was going to the hangar. I didn't count the time until I get to the first location, which was extra minutes. I didn't count the time after the last load coming back to the hangar and selling it. I was just counting the time when I was actually doing the grinding, doing this job. Yeah, the very first moment when you start on this job, that's when you do the first hull. It takes me a minute. Then I have the next mission, which will give me the timer for 1 hour, and I do 7 loads. And I seen on average it was 7 minutes, so I knew it will be under an hour roughly. But I didn't know how much exactly. Yeah, because I didn't actually time it. I just seen the individual times for individual loads, and I always did like 7, because at that point it's kind of full. It's almost no point for me to risk the next 8, and it will take me longer to load it up, because the hunger will be kind of stacking up. You will see on this run by the end. If I had, let's say, 2 more loads, I'll be struggling basically. They'll be spending more time down there. So you see, 250,000 just for cracking the hull. Takes us a couple seconds. What has happened here? Why am I? Oh, I'm just looking to the side, because what I was interested in here. I noticed I wasn't lucky with this one. So even though I was positioning myself correctly, as you can see, the bonus I'm gonna get from the big hull is only 4%. So I knew I'm gonna be short on that SCUs, because you're gonna get like 220 per one, plus 4%, that will not be 240. So that's why I was looking to my right, where you can see the head of the hammerhead, which is a separate one. I wanted to know if I'm actually collecting as well from the head at the same time, so I don't actually have to move from this seat back into the driver's seat and then do the head separately. And yeah, although it didn't crack properly, and I'm not gonna get the full load, you can see now 231 only, the head was kind of in the reach, so I didn't have to move anywhere else to reposition, and I'm still gonna get minus 19%, yeah, because it's far away, out of 30, but that will definitely be 240. So not optimal, but good enough. Yeah, I still didn't have to go anywhere, but I lost a couple of seconds here, so again, like, not everything's going according to plan. But this is kind of normal anyway. As long as I don't have to move, I'm happy with that, because otherwise I'll be wasting a lot more time moving up and down. And now, okay, I wanted to straight out with the mission. This is what I normally do. Straight into the mission, and look at that. There was none. This has never happened, and now it happened twice. So I'm already thinking at this point, oh my god, this is going to be really bad. I don't know if I'm going to get it. But I still knew, okay, you will have still 5 minutes roughly. Before you will need the next mission, yeah, to not waste any time, because I still need to unload everything else. I'm gonna keep constantly looking for the new jobs. I was disregarding those other ones. Why do we do that? So more missions will come up more frequently, refreshed. So I was kind of hoping one of the next 4 that will come, maybe Hammerhead again. And that's why you're gonna keep me seeing, like, clicking quite often. But every time I get time, when I'm kind of just standing in the elevator trying to find out, is the mission there? And also I wanted to have the time for the reference. Now, I timed this time with the stopwatch, so I still have in front of me when I was doing the run. I'm just commenting after the run, really. It was easier for me. When I was doing the run, I had a stopwatch next to me, so I've seen exactly how long I had, and I already seen like I'm behind quite a lot. I think it may have been, yeah, roughly almost 20 minutes by now. And I'm still only unloading the second fucking load. I was already, oh my god, what happened? And that's when I realized, okay, all the extra time just going from the hangar back into the ship, out of the hangar after the first one, I knew that's going to be maybe more than 10 minutes, because the very first time it will be a lot more travel time, right? You're not just jumping from one to the next one. Like this one was very straightforward. There was just jump straight away, to, 2 seconds, and you're on the next job. But the first one you're going to wait a lot more time. The same on the last one, so I knew I'm going to lose some time there. But I was still counting. I'm still going to probably show you 7 loads, so that'll be every 49 minutes, or 7 loads of 7 minutes, 49 minutes total, and then all the rest should be okay. I should do it under 1 hour, so 7 loads, and okay, maybe not 12 millions, but it will be 10. And I'll basically then prove, okay, if I didn't count the travel time on the first time, then yeah, it will do easily. Or if I'll be more luckier with the timing, because there will be a lot of bad stuff happening to me as well along the way. You will see. I managed in the end again, so I can't really complain too much, but yeah, it wasn't optimal. You will find out. So I'm still filling up the balcony right now, yeah, because I'm still counting for the 7 loads, and towards the end it can be a problem, so I'm still kind of trying to optimize, especially when I have time. Everything's kind of going okay-ish, but this is a skill you need to gain. Like, it's quite hard at the start. I was losing time as well, just to kind of position the boxes properly, and this is already first mistake on my part as well. So this box should have gone straight in there. You can stack this way 4 down there on the same position, but since it's kind of the other way around, and I'm not gonna waste any time with that, yeah, just leave it like that, whatever. In the end, I'm not gonna lose that much space, and if I'm not doing more than 1 hour run, or more than 7 loads, or even let's say 8, if I somehow manage to do 8, I should still kind of manage. But as you can see, yeah, I'm kind of trying to optimize things, but as soon as I realize I'm just wasting too much time, I can't afford to lose more than 4 minutes doing this, because I know it takes exactly 4 minutes. I don't want to do it anymore longer than that, because I'm kind of messing out with the boxes, and then I'm gonna have this blocked. Yeah, this is technically blocked now. If I didn't unblock it within 60 seconds as the box is out, I'll cost myself time, because the next box will not come out until you confirm yes you can inject the next one. As you can see, the next one is already there, so I just made it in 16 seconds. So that's when you need to make quick decisions, and basically if you can see one box is giving trouble, just leave it, just get it out of the belt, take care of it later when you have more time, or give it to the position which is easy. Yeah, that's why I start doing the easy positions now, when I knew I can place the boxes very quickly, but at the same time always stacking the boxes as far away as I can, because later on when you're gonna try to stack something to behind, it's quite difficult. So you always kind of build up towards yourself, but you're trying to build as high as you can, as soon as you can. So I'm kind of preparing for that. So yeah, not optimally in this area. You can technically put there easily 4 boxes straight. I had 3 boxes now in there, and I knew, okay, there will be no more. But you know what? Doesn't matter. I lost space of 1 box. I can probably still try to squeeze 1 in there. It's probably not going to work though. Now this is a headache. Almost messed it up, but in the end, okay, this is good enough. So you always put 2 boxes behind on the railings on both sides, on the as you can, and it works anyway every single time. You do the corners as well, and then you stack everything based on that. This side is actually harder, so it always starts the hardest. Like I will say, the balcony is probably the hardest still. Anyway, you can easily mess on there. It took me the longest time to become a master, and this part I already learned. Even if it's not going the way it should, let's say it's kind of like 90 degrees or the way I wanted it, it doesn't matter too much, because you can just use now that and do next one the other way as well. It doesn't really matter at this point. It will not hold it to the cargo grid anyway. Like, you can't stack the boxes on top of each other or anything like that. So it doesn't really matter. The key is the speed, yeah. And now again I was realizing, oh, I don't have the next mission. Let me quickly try to find out. There's still nothing there, so it's not going optimally. I don't know how much into this load, but I still don't have the mission for the next hammerhead, do I? So I was thinking again, like, it's not going great. Like, this has never happened to me. And now, of course, when I decided to make a run to prove the numbers, and to show to people as well, like, this is exactly how you can do that, and it's not a fiction. It's really as bad as this. You can print the money basically out in 12 millions per hour values once you're out there and you're just doing it, not the whole time. Or you can do run like me, from hangar to selling to the admin, and it will take you 1 hour and you still make 8.6 millions, because I had 2 loads less than otherwise, or the one I thought I will have in the end. We'll get to that. So I'm already doing the second line now, because yeah, I'm kind of leaving the middle open. It will be more harder otherwise. Just checking, there's zero there. Zero there. I just did the second load. Yeah, but we are 25 minutes in. Yeah. Oh my god. That's 12 minutes per one mission so far. Yeah. Even if the first one took me longer. Why the second is 12 minutes? 12 minutes. I was already like headed sorrow. Like this is gonna be terrible. Although still better than what they claimed before, 3 to 6 millions. Yeah, I knew it's definitely gonna be better. But at this point, we have 2 full loads in the back, which is 3.2 millions already. Yeah. And we only 25 minutes, so it will definitely be better than whatever else they claim, like 3 to 6 millions. If we get 3 now, 6 millions in theory, you know, if I do in the next 25 minutes, no, you can still, you have to still do at least 5 loads, it will be still always better, it will never be less than 6. Even if you're missing out, even if you don't have luck, even if you like doing what I just did, from the very start, from the hangar all the way to downwind, in exactly 1 hour, it will still give me more than 6 millions at the very least. So on to the next one. I still don't have mission, do I? Like very bad. And then there we go. Did I miss this time? I did, because I had to do this one. It should have been there, but it was only second, so yeah, not optimal. But it could be much worse. So good enough. Onto the third load, and as you can see again, it's not far away. 560 kilometers away. Basically, one straight jump in there, it will take you seconds. So again, like the traveling time that people claim, oh, is too much, blah blah blah. You know, that's why you can never make it like less fast. It doesn't take that long, guys. I can do 1 load in some minutes roughly, and hopefully I can't even remember. Did I do at least 1 load in some minutes? I think I did at least one. So when like things go smooth, and then you can see, yeah, it was easily possible. Mathematically speaking, I already proven it is. You need to spend exactly 4 minutes in the back, and then whatever time for traveling, it should be 3 minutes max. Yeah, including this part, basically getting to the new wreck and reclaiming it, and then getting up and down. But down the corridor doesn't take that long. It's literally 20 seconds each way, yeah. 600 minutes, and then you have 2 minutes 20 seconds to do this part, which again, like if you don't mess up, if you know what you're doing, it shouldn't take too much time, and the actual cracking is under minute time for sure, because 10 seconds for, should we time it now actually, because I don't even know, but I guess we're gonna find out. Again, the key is to find the middle spot as well, so in case it's gonna fall apart, the hammerhead head is not far away, maybe you can still scoop it so you don't have to switch the seats. And obviously I can't afford to push the brake away from me with the arm, because that'll be a disaster, and at the same time I want to be close enough so I have the bonus. Yeah, so 39 we have in there, good enough. Making sure we stable, we're in the central, so it should be perfect position. Let's go ahead and see how long the actual cracking takes. So we're gonna time it soon. Starting now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So it's way off, isn't it, on there? Twice as long, this one. Well, I can watch it on the clock actually. 6 seconds. 12. 18. It is slower for sure. 24. 30. 36. 42. 48. Okay, so let's say 50 seconds plus 20. I was just looking at the timeline on my screen on the recording, so I can't really tell exactly that was, but yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but let's say the whole process is minute, which means we get like 1 minute 20 seconds for getting to the next wreck and into position, plus traveling up and down. So you should be doing traveling to the next wreck under the minute to make it happen in some 7 minutes. But anyway, it's a bit longer, because it may have been now and then a bit longer. Well, it's 7 times 7 is 49, right? You still have 11 spare minutes to kind of, for errors and slow down stuff like that. You still make it in 1 hour. Well, that's only for the load, so you still need traveling time, okay, to Hex and from Hex. Let's say you need at least, if everything's optimal, 2 minutes each time. Because it's not far away, yeah, beyond Nila. Like how long it took me, I don't know. We'll see. From the hangar and to hangar, actually, no, because just the landing will be extra minutes. Okay, 6 minutes there, plus 49, 55, 5 minutes for error. Yeah, it's not a big margin. So the 8 load is impossible at this point, right? Unless, again, you're just doing this part. And you can see on this run, I get 236 units, so I had no choice. Had to change seats and adjust the position with the driver to collect the head as well, so I lost some time in here. So for these kind of things, you'll have the extra 5 minutes basically when you're wasting some time, but of course collecting this one will be much faster, and you don't need to crack it either. So yeah, end of the all, you may have still lost 40 seconds, yeah, roughly, I don't know. Again, somebody wants to double check. Yeah, I think it was roughly 40 seconds for all of that. And then you have still 4 minutes spare for the other stuff. Good, I should have checked the mission, I guess. I guess I'm gonna do it on the elevator as usually when again I'm stationary, so I can do that now. I'm not losing any time. Missions there. No, it's not. That's again, it never happened before. Now 3 times, yeah, already. Not good. But so far it worked out every single time anyway. There's nothing to panic. I'm confident because I need to do this part anyway. I have next 5 minutes traveling up and down and plus the unloading 4 minutes part. Within the next 5 minutes I should get the next mission, and then I'll need it badly. Yeah, because then I'm in trouble. I'm wasting time again. So again, traveling in a elevator, I'm straight away going into there. There's not even salvage missions in there. So yeah, I don't feel great. I still feel like this run is going terribly. But then, yeah, looking back on that, not really. Every single time I needed something to happen, it did happen in the end. So it's not that bad yet. It would just be not accounting for the traveling time really up and down appropriately. Because as you will see by the end of the run, it is actually slightly over. I think 2 minutes or something over that 1 hour. Okay, so fair. It's not exactly 1 hour, but plus 2 minutes again, like you know, give me some slack. I wasn't that inaccurate with that 1 hour claim. And then I think I can just go and do the title as something less than 8.6 minutes to account for the fact I was 2 minutes late. Yeah, let's call it 8 minutes, whatever. It's still much better than 3 to 6 minutes, as people claimed, and telling me I'm saying bullshit I don't want to talk about. Good, so third load, right? Or fourth? I don't even know. I guess we can find out. Balcony is definitely 1 plus a little bit more, and no, it's third load. And it's already getting kind of filled down here. So again, if you plan to do at least 8 loads, you can imagine like this part, like when you kind of trying to optimize space, will matter to some extent. Otherwise, at 4 loads, you're already gonna have problems. You're already in the behind you, basically space on the other side, right here. And then also people don't typically stack it too high. Like I'm trying to do 3 stacks. Yeah, I'm still building the second one, but you can still easily put on third. I think for this run actually I will not even bother with the third one, just because I have enough space anyway. But yes, it is possible. You should do it as soon as you can. What I'm focusing on is this basically. I don't want to waste more than that 4 minutes, because I know those boxes will be coming out exactly for 4 minutes if I don't interrupt it. And then it will be only up to me to, again, travel fast enough so it doesn't take the whole process more than 5, which it never should. It should never take you more than 5 minutes to get from your seat of the pilot down here, do the job and come back. Yeah, and then you have like 2 minutes for the other part, travel to the next break, etc, etc. So yeah, this is when I always do one cell like this, so 2 kind of stack next to each other, the long ones. But then you will have some extra space in between, and you can't quite fit the full length of the next container, so you kind of have to twist it. Again, to optimize the space. So that's what I'm doing down in here. That's why I want to show you this part as well. See, this is how I typically stack it. Is it the best way? No, I don't know. But this will work for me very well. Again, it does the job. That's how I do it. I'm sure people can find maybe better techniques how to do this. More optimized builds, basically, how to stack the boxes properly. But again, I knew from the start I'm gonna be looking at exactly 1 hour and no more, and I will not need to optimize this perfectly to squeeze, I don't know, 10 loads, which is maybe theoretical, maybe even 10 loads you can put in here, or 11. I think personally you can probably do like 11 if you have everything stuck to the top, you know, like maybe 3, even 4 height where it's possible. I think 11 loads is technically possible. So 11 times 1.6 million, yeah, in one reclaimer full run. If you do that, and those 11 loads should be as long as 1.5 hours roughly, right? Because let's say seven loads is easy per 1 hour when you're already out there, and then you decide to go for under half mano. Okay, 1.5 hours out, and then let's give you 10 minutes for up and down, 1 hour 40 minutes, and you will have a full reclaiming of 11 loads worth 11 times 1.6 and 17 million, right? So crazy stuff, right? Very crazy stuff. So yeah, building my second row. Yeah, one of the boxes already back there is not optimal, but doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about any of this. If it's kind of jumping up and down, as long as it's not too bad, like it's jumping like crazy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, it's fine. But I always try to make it as flat as I can, so it doesn't really move around too much, because sometimes it can push the other boxes. And when that happens, sometimes the box can actually go outside the hole, and you lose the cargo basically. You're not gonna go out there into space to get the child back. Especially now, I wouldn't do it on this round because I will lose too much time just for one box. Instead of, you know, just it's a little waste of time. You may as well just leave it there because I don't know how much is one box. So if you have, well, it's probably 100k then, isn't it? 15 boxes coming out, because that's 240 units, right? 16 SUs times 15 is 240, which that makes it 4 minutes, but it also means that if there is 15 boxes coming out and the load is 1.3 million roughly, it's almost 100k for one. So it's like 85, 90-ish for one. So that's the loss you're looking at when you push one of the boxes out. Like, again, back in the day, 90k will be crazy to me, like, you know, that is definitely worth it for me to go out and do that. I mean, that is almost the highest level of book mission, right? It was like 100k you will get for the book mission, and that was worth of 10 minutes. And now coming out to get a box will be still like 2 minutes work, and that will be like 90k equally. It's like, you know, it's definitely gonna do that. But no, I won't bother. It's like definitely not even worth the time. And that's the other thing I was kind of discussing with the other people there. Like, it's kind of crazy because when you think about it, if you make 12 millions per hour, then that means per minute you make 200,000k, right? Or 200k, 200,000 UECs, which is absolutely crazy. Let's bring it down even lower. If 1 minute is 200,000, then how much is 1 second? 20 divided by 6, 3,000 per minute. Oh, sorry, per second. that is crazy. Every second 3,000. Like, that is insane. Do I have a mission? Actually, I have a mission already. I probably got it now. Again, I was talking too much. I didn't focus on what's going on the screen. I got a mission in. We already have the next one. But again, it's not optimal position. I typically like to have the mission when as soon as hopefully next wreck, when I collect it, straight away into the mission, and then I can see the timer going down for 1 hour. So by the time I'm back again from unloading, I can see how much time is left, and that's how I was checking basically my time before always, and I knew I'm coming back when it's still showing 53 minutes, 54 minutes. It took me 7 minutes roughly for the whole run, because I still had to go to the next truck, collect it, which is maybe now, so it probably was more. It was probably 8 minutes per run, just to be realistic, because I was counting it was 10 seconds to crack the hull, and I don't know, half 20 seconds, 30 seconds to collect it, but it turned out to be, well, full minute minimum. It's 20 seconds to crack it, and then let's say 40 seconds, 50 seconds, minute something to collect it. So on this one we need to go slightly around, as you can see, but again, that's not too bad. It didn't take me too much time to get to the next one. The jumping itself is very, very quick. The longest part will be this again, how quick you can get to the wreck without overshooting and position yourself correctly. So that's gonna eat you away a lot of time. Because again, if you're not that skilled in flying and you overshoot it massively, you know, you can easily lose half a minute here, half a minute there, maybe more. And if you're planning for 7 loads, that's half a minute times 7, you're already losing like 3.5 minutes in there alone. It can cost you 1 load if you're going exactly for 1 hour. So it's not anymore 8 million, it's minus 1.6. Because of the bonus, yeah, of the cracked hull as well. 1.3 for the load plus the 250k from the hull of the hammerhead when you finish the mission, which you will see now as well as soon as we crack it. 250k straight away. Yeah, so 1.6 million roughly per one load. Because it will be plus minus there, like sometimes it will be less, sometimes more, depends on the quality of the materials, but you will see when we're gonna sell it and then you calculate it. On average, it will make it 1.6 million per one load, included with the bonus that you will get now for the actual just money for doing the job, yeah, 250k from this one. But it is 1.6 per load. Again, I'm trying to get to that sweet spot, somewhere between 40 meters to 45. So the bonus for the closeness, yeah, to be into the hull should be enough for me not to do this part again, just once into this seat, and hopefully I will get 240 SCUs with the bonus for the closeness. But at the same time, I'm not risking to push away the hull away from me when the arm will come out, because yeah, it did happen to me before, especially when I was testing like, how close I can get. And it really depends on if you are close to the turret or not as well, and that's another factor you need to see the extended part of the ships that you could try to get into. But yeah, very quickly I learned 40 meters to 45 is good enough. The bonus we have now is what? We just got fracturing, of course, yes, there is no bonus just yet. And this is where we're gonna see that 250k is gonna jump onto the screen suddenly, right there. And we've got, yeah, there we go, 250k. So I'm now looking at the bonus 11%. So even if the head, that's what I was doing there, I was looking at the head of the hammerhead is coming away from me. So I expect that to kind of go out of the reach soon enough. Yeah, it's still moving. So if I lose that, can I still make 240 SCUs out of 222? You can see the expected yield, 222 plus the bonus. If it says more than 8%, you will get 240 SCUs. If it says 7, well, you're screwed. You will need the head as well, which will be always good enough. So the maximum minus, I think, is 19% exactly. That's what we have now on the head. You can see that 30 SCUs minus 90% will be always good enough for you to have full 240 SCUs. The actual full yield, as you can see, and I predicted with the head was 252. But it was 240 already from the first one, so I didn't bother to finish the head, even though I could have. There's no point, yeah. Where it's gonna go? I'm just gonna waste some time. So no point doing that. But if you need it, you will have the head in there, and optimally you will not be still in reach, so I don't have to move again to driver's seat and then back to the arm, again wasting time. So now, this is the first time we have optimally. This is what I typically do. On the elevator, timer will start for the next mission, yeah, so that's how I was checking the time. You can see it now. It didn't take me that long after cracking the hull, everything else, but I will see how quick I can come back into the same seat, yeah. So I had the timers from the start, and I was looking at the time how much it took me. But I must have underestimated how long time I spent on the hammerhead and shoveling alone, because I know now it's, let's say, at least a minute for cracking and collecting, but I never accumulate for the time traveling to the next rack, which is still probably a minute. So to correct myself, if on average I've seen 53 minutes in here and 54, so I was doing like in 6 minutes this whole part minus traveling and cracking, it must have been 7 plus 2 minutes, right? Or 6 plus 2, so it was at least 8 to 9 minutes. So okay, I must have been wrong with that. But let's say I had the better time every time. Let's say I had 8 minutes times 7, you can still do 7 loads, which still makes it 10 minutes, and then you can start the next one. Yeah, okay, it will take me slightly more than an hour, but it will be 12 minutes in about 1 hour, and 8 times 7, 56, and then I need 8 minutes more. Okay, 1 hour, 4 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 millions, right? Yes. Minus, I didn't get to the hex yet, to delete, etc., etc. But it is possible, or started from the hangar. If I did all of that, okay, we're looking at 1 hour, 4 minutes for the actual collecting of the loads, and let's give ourselves 5 minutes at the start to get to the first load. Let's give ourselves 5 minutes on the way back, just to land. 1 hour and 40 minutes, yeah, so 1 hour and quarter, that's when you get that 12 minutes, so I was slightly off. But it was still definitely closer than people claiming it's 3 to 6 millions at best. Like, you're saying too much. You're way too optimistic. You can't make that much. You can make crazy money, 3 to 6 millions per hour. It's crazy, but not 4 millions. Like, come on. I was still closer than you, a lot closer. This is what it is, and this is how you do it. This is how you should stack it, and this is why I'm doing this video as well. Not just to prove something, but to do the same thing I was telling them. Like, I wasn't trying to boast. I was trying to put the right information there, because people are typically, when they grinding, they don't do the grind because they like the grind. Yeah, they want to have the ship they want to fly as soon as possible, and they do the grind just because it's the fastest way to get to that ship they want to do. So, yeah, even when people are, you definitely boasting, like you just are, you know, doing this to boast. I was like, no, I'm trying to help you out. Like, again, like, if you like to grind, that's, you know, that's fair. But most people are like me. When if I do the grind, I only do it because I want to have certain ship. Let's say I want to play it a certain way, but I can't because I don't have the money for that ship. I want to play it with the way I want to play it. And then when I grind, I want to make it as fast as possible, so I'm not wasting time basically doing the things I don't like to do. But as I say, like, this is kind of fun. It's probably the most fun grind, although it still feels like a grind a little bit. Yeah, it still feels, but it's kind of fun. So if I don't do more than 1 hour, I don't feel like I'm both grinding really. I still feel like I had a, you know, a solid gameplay. I had fun, but doing this like non-stop, you know, even when, let's say I want 890J, and okay, let's do 3 hours of 12 millions, you know, to have that enough money for sure. For 890J, 36 millions will be definitely enough. But I can't imagine doing this for 3 hours. Yeah, I can't imagine doing, and you will have to definitely. Well, it doesn't matter because I calculated with more money anyway. Have to come to the hex multiple times, not just once, because you cannot fit that many loads in a single reclaimer. So that's more time on there. But again, it will be definitely less than 3 hours regardless to get 32 millions. Here I can see you can see how I'm preparing for the next stage. Yes, I'm kind of filled it up. I'm not planning to stack it on the third. I did some boxes, but again, in theory, I could have put a lot more in there. But I knew, like, for this run, it doesn't really matter. I'm not gonna need it. And this piece still upset me. I was like, I'm gonna put it in a way I can still stack it second one on top of that, and not block the conveyor. So I was trying to my best, and it was kind of working out. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. So that's what I was doing. Like, people are interested in what is the faster way to make money, pretty much. And yeah, even though they may realize, okay, everyone's telling you it's reclaimer. If people are gonna tell you it's 3 to 6 minutes at best, it's like, no, mate. you wanna avoid grind, you need the reclaimer, because it's not 3 to 6 minutes. It's 6 to 12 millions per hour. It depends on how good you are, and that will be a game changer to you, because yeah, it's that bad or good, depending on how you're looking at it. It is that much, and whatever ship you wanna have, I bet you can probably earn it in an hour, or maybe even that 890J. Would you even dream about the possibility that you're gonna play the Star Citizen in a certain way, and in 3 hours later you're gonna have all 32 millions from scratch to have that 890J? This is what it is. This is what I'm doing the video, and I'm showing you exactly how I did it, and I was timing it, and I did it from the hangar all the way back to selling to the admin. Good. Did I even check if that's already empty? I probably must have. Again, I'm talking too much, and I'm, you know, not focusing what's on the video properly. But there we go. We got like 44 minutes left. So that was 6 minutes in total so far. Again, it's gonna take me, let's see how many seconds. So you can see it from the timer. Back to the bridge. It won't be that long, and I'll be about 52 minutes. That's what I typically see. I literally, this is the proof. It's always under 7 minutes just to do this whole part. Pretty much as soon as I crack the hole and collect it, I start the next mission. The timer will jump up like this, and then by the time I'm in the chair, I can still see 53 minutes, sometimes 54 minutes left. So yeah, what can I tell you? Like, it's not only possible, it's just, this is a real proof. And now let's see how many seconds it's gonna take me to get to the next Rex. Okay, so it took me still solid 40 seconds actually from the limiter, and that was pretty fast, I would say. What is this? That was some sort of enemy. This is one problem you can have with the salvaging, to be aware of. The enemy sometimes will come sooner than that 1 hour, and actually I think that was gonna happen now in here as well on this one. So look at this one, 14 kilometers away. 14. Yeah, it took me what, like the jump was less than a second, and now obviously I have to get to the break. But we are sitting at 52.46 seconds. We are still looking at less than 40 seconds now. It will be at least a minute and a half, looks like that, yeah. But definitely under 8 minutes. Oh. Let's see. And I think on this run, what was the next one? Again, I was unlucky, like I was getting attacked basically, yeah, it's because that was too close to this kind of location. 14k was basically, I was still in the range of right there. I think that's the original ship, but there will be even bigger mess. I don't know if that was on this load or the next one. Well, I guess I'm gonna find out myself now. I think it was this one. Yeah, literally, I'll started to get attacked by the, let's call it pirates. Well, enemy AI, right? Just being here, definitely sooner than they should be. So even if that was attached to the old location, which was 14 kilometers away, they shouldn't have been there because I had full hour for that. And yeah, they are already there. So it can happen. This happened before to me. The bad situation is when you're actually in the loading bay, you're doing the unloading, you don't even know you're being attacked. And there's like 20 ships in here, including hammerheads. And then you get busted, yeah. It happens to me once when I actually get destroyed, but many times I'll get attacked like this. And as you're gonna see me, I already know in my head, this reclaimer has 3 size 3 shields. I didn't upgrade them, so they are only 100k each, although they could have been 115. But I only have the basics, so I had 300,000 health on the shield, and I know I had also, I think it's 89,000 health on the HP, so I know, okay, it will take them a while to chew through 400,000 health anyway. I may as well steal this, because I'm kind of running out of time now. We're looking at 52 minutes in now. I know for sure this is my last load, I will not do any more. Because again, I want to be back in hangar before 1 hour expires. So, last load. All I need to do is to crack it, and then of course collect it. It will be less than a minute. That should be definitely enough health to sustain damage for a minute, especially only from a couple ships. It's not too many on them. I think it was only 3 or 4 on there. I didn't see any hammerheads, so again, if that was a hammerhead, you need to run. He will definitely not need a minute to chew through 400,000. They have every single turret full, right? It's not like when there is a player in there, it's different. It's only one turret active, but no, there'll be a lot of turret actives shooting at you, so you're in trouble. But in this way, I didn't feel in any. I did feel a little bit stressed, but I feel like because I didn't know how many ships in there. Like as you can see, when I'm sitting here, I don't see the radar. I don't see how many new targets, and I knew there would be always more and more coming in, because eventually there were like 20 ships plus the hammerheads. They will always be there as well. So I didn't know like how bad it is, how much it's getting. But right now I knew like they may be shooting at me, but I'm probably recovering my shields faster than they can shoot to them. Because as you notice, I always have my power in the shields as well, always 100% there. So chances are, yeah, whatever they taking away with their weapons, I'm recharging faster per second through my 3 shields of 300,000. Yeah, it's not small shields. The highest ones per second they recover a lot DPS. And only the front shield, yeah, looks now like it's kind of getting down low, but I'm fine. There's only 3 ships on the radar now, so it wasn't like good in bad. All I need to do now, so even under attack, I kind of came to the hammerhead, right? I collected it, cracked it, collected it, and I'm running away. I was looking at the time, and I've seen, okay, I can't make another hammerhead salvage, but there was none anyway. But what I can do, since I thought that would be within my time, and I'm regretting this decision now, because I did go over like 2 minutes or something, the actual time, I decided to at least crack the Andromeda. And part of the reason why I knew like this doesn't really matter to me, I'm not gonna collect it, I don't need it, I already have full cargo, right? Don't have 14 units. Actually I don't. Oh, never mind, I'm taking everything I said now back, because now at the time I knew. If you noticed, I didn't have time to collect the head, anything like that. The head was outside of my reach, I didn't get full ICUs. But previously, when I didn't have the hammerheads, I kept this mission. Why? Because every time you're doing cleanup job, even if it's not hammerhead, it's free money. all you need to do is crack it, and this one will be 80k. Yeah, so it's free 80k. And at the same time, I had, but like now, I had to run away. There was enemies, blah blah blah. I didn't want to risk it. I have full cargo. Yeah, that's again 8 millions on my board. And I'm gonna take the risk, just for what point? I'm not gonna collect in the hammerhead head. There was like even if I don't have full cargo, 224 whatever it was there full. I have one box less. Okay, I lost maybe, yeah, it was a bit more than one box less. I have 150,000 less, but I'm not gonna risk 8 billion for 150,000. But if I come in here, I collect very very quickly, because this will be even smaller ship technically, because it is. I collected 80,000 extra for cracking the hull, and there'll be some STUs, and I didn't know how much, because I know it's typically every ship has very very small STUs. Like the hammerhead by far is massive STUs. I can never hope like to get anything close to 100 out of any other ship. But I knew that it was I didn't miss that much, because again it's just a hammerhead head I missed. What do we have? 228.4. Okay, so missing like what, 12 STUs roughly. Yeah, that could be good enough. Yeah, I didn't know for sure, but it turns out it definitely will be, because I remember I had to full load anyway, and we are looking at 56 minutes now in. It's like, oh yeah, I wasted quite a lot of time traveling here. I should have just gone straight to the hex. I could have just unloaded, and again I will have lost like 150k for the boxes minus in the STUs, and 80k thousand for cracking this ship. You will see now. I think it was 80k. Yeah, 80,000. Yeah, how easy is that? Like imagine again, like you in Vulture and trying to strip something. How long it will take you to make it 80,000? You will not even be able to make 80,000 from the boxes, but how long it will take you just to strip the ship? Like the reclaimer is ridiculously easy money. And now I have full cargo, yeah, 240. So it was comfortable with that 12 SCU out of Andromeda, like no big deal. And then now I knew, okay, I have to come back straight to the hex. I was exactly now looking at 57 minutes, so I got 3 minutes to get back. But one thing I didn't do yet, and I knew at this point I can't make it, so I'll be going overtime, is unload. Yeah, because as soon as I cracked the last hammerhead, I didn't obviously upload anything in the bay. And I never do this actually. On my very last load, there's no point for me to do it on a space and risk that any enemy ships will come and kill me, which we already seen, like that is a real possibility. You always do it in hangar, in a hex, yeah. Once you're in a hangar, you are safe, it's closed, nobody can crash into you or anything like that. There's no enemies, AI can come from outside, kill you in there, so you always do it in hangar. The last load, there's no reason why to do it outside and take risk. Yeah, that somebody invites you out in the back 2 minutes solo, nobody has eyes, what's going on outside, yeah, somebody's gonna kill you. Could be AI, could be bias. Why to take risk? Just go back to hex. And this is another reason when people again like argue. In general, people know if you go to area 18, yeah, on the R-Corp, and sell the load that you have now in the reclaimer in there, you get slightly more money. But what we're looking at is instead of getting like 1.2 millions to 1.6, you'll get 1.3 millions to 1.8, yeah, something like that. Like it's literally on 7 loads. I noticed like it's 700,000, yeah. So 7 loads, 100k extra for it. It's not even worth it. How long it will take you to travel there, to land, to use the train, to go to the TDD, sell it, come back, like literally, I don't know, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, yeah, you lose. As opposed to me going straight to the hex, it will take me under 5. Then I need to unload, okay, fair. But you will do it otherwise there as well. Again, you should do it in safety, so you will lose even more than 25 minutes traveling, plus only 29, almost half an hour. So technically you're losing like 700k on the full load. Let's say when you do 7 loads, 700k you lost, 100k each on each load. But you also lost 25 minutes. And in those 25 minutes, as we know, if I can do 1 round in 7 minutes roughly, let's say I do only 2 in 14, and everything also will be just me coming back there, out there, and to the first wreck. In that fucking half an hour, I could at least do 2 loads, including me selling that stuff, getting back into the hangar, getting back to reclaimer, getting back to the first hammerhead. I could easily do 2 loads. And as we know, 2 loads are 1.6 times 2, 3.2 millions. I basically lose just because I'm gonna make 700,000 extra in there. So if you make a difference, you may have lost 700,000, but you gain 3.2 million. So you are 2.5 millions better than the people going to R-Corp. Uh, is it more riskier around hex? I never had anything happen to me just yet. You know, it probably is. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know, it's hex. But even now, like, you know, was there any danger at any point? Not really. That's typically what I have in there. Now and then I see something suspicious. Am I gonna jump somewhere else? Yes, I will. I'm not taking any chances, especially when my recommend is full. But I was coming in. I didn't see anything suspicious. There was no red targets. It was easy access to the hangar itself. So you know, why would I go anywhere else? Again, like financially, again, you're grinding. It makes no sense to try to go to Arcorp to get 700,000 more on 7 loads if you're gonna lose 2.5 million in the same time because you're just gonna be already here. Yeah, so like just another thing again as part of the guide. Don't bother. Just stay in hex and do it this way. Trust me, you'll make money much faster because you'll be very ready much quicker and back in the field, back in on the back in the next hammerhead. You're just losing money. Yeah, and not small money. Again, like back in the day, 2.5 million in half an hour. That'll be like, I'll be crazy mad I missed on that. You know, that'll be crazy. But even now, like let's be realistic. 2.5 million is still not something to scoff at. Although it's quite easy to make. I know it's gonna be 20 minutes of work, but still. Oh yeah, now in here, what I wanted to show you guys as well, because I knew it's gonna be like the last load, is I'm not even in the armor, as you can see, because you don't technically need it. Why is that? Well, no real reason. I know I'm a bit faster, you know, but how much faster am I? I'm definitely faster. Like if you notice, like anytime you're in close and you're trying to outrun somebody who's in armor, you will outrun them. And the guys in heavy armor are definitely the slowest. The guys in lighter armor are still slower than you in normal clothes, so you're still losing some time going up and down the corridor. And technically speaking, if I already lost, I didn't calculate it before, but let's say now it was taking me 40 seconds, right, to get back to the bridge. If I'm in heavy armor, can it be a minute? Maybe, I don't know. If that is, that's 20 seconds more. And if that's 20 seconds more, if I have to do it sometimes in an hour, you know, it will account again. Like you'll probably not have it 7 longs anymore. You'll have 6 if you again going strictly for extra 1 hour, just 1 hour run. Let's call this a speed run. I'm trying to do as much money as I can in 1 hour exactly. Although it will not be exactly, but as soon as you start not doing things optimally, you start losing minutes here and there, and it's suddenly not 1 hour and 2 minutes. It's 1 hour and a half. And you still have this only 8 millions, yeah, which is still crazy money, but it doesn't sound as good as 12 millions in 1 hour, yeah, which is theoretically possible if you don't count for the time. Get into the field and getting back from the field to sell it. You're just out there in a field harvesting. You can easily do 7, possibly even 8 loads out there very quickly. So definitely possible in 1 hour. Because again, I did before. I knew it because I'm always looking at my money before the run and after the run, and yeah, I already did twice. When I came back, I had 12 millions more, and again, I didn't time me at the time with my stopwatch, but I was looking at how long it takes me per minute per 1 session, and it was usually that 7 minutes. But again, like with the caveat, it was always after you already cracked the hammerhead, isn't it? And then you start on your mission, and that's when you see, when you back in the seat, it was 54 minutes, 53 left. So I didn't know how many minutes actually was, again, getting back to the seat, getting to the next hammerhead, and then collect that one. And it turns out, yeah, it's probably more than I thought. It may be easily 8 minutes, or even 9. Yeah, that's when you're still kind of fast, still kind of doing things optimally. But that still makes it possible to do that 7 loads, technically, in 1 hour. With all of that, I mean, I just did right now 8.5 billion, and that was, yeah, with 4 minutes extra for selling. So if you forgive me for traveling to the admin location, let's say that never happened, I did it in time, or you forgive me, I didn't, I shouldn't have started the mission when I was already just down in hunger, but I should have started when I was already in the seat, or something like that. Again, that cost me a minute or something, you know, just that part. Again, depends on how you're looking at it. It will be still very close to 1 hour. For that 8 millions, and that was kind of with bad luck as well. Yeah, things didn't go exactly optimally, and I had to even run away, stuff like that. But in the end, yeah, I always had a hammerhead, yeah, so I couldn't really complain too much. What I'm doing here is the second section. I'm showing you how you should stack it optimally. I already messed it up on the top. It shouldn't be 90 degrees like that. But if you mess up, I can just do it like this: 2 boxes next to each other to save some space. Because again, what we have now in here is 6 loads of full hammerheads. Yeah, 6 hammerheads loads. And as you can see, there's definitely space for a lot more. Yeah, loads. So if I imagine I have on this part still stacked 3 high, possibly even 4. And then I didn't do the back part, which there's more boxes in there. As you can notice, there was 3 boxes next to each other in an actual cargo grid. Yeah, so that is more space than the one we already filled. I think it's possible actually 11 loads as a maximum. Yeah, this is only 6, and 5 more I can still imagine we can definitely do. Although it will be very, very tight at the time. So this is already almost 6 minutes actually past the time, isn't it? So it will be a bit more. Let's be realistic. Again, I have to adjust my numbers, but I did my best. I definitely left the last load before the hour expired, thinking I can still make it back to Hex, but I was a little bit optimistic in there. How long it will all take? But yeah, we'll adjust for that as well. Probably, well, yeah, I made 8.6 million, so I'm just gonna call it 8 million in an hour, and you know, I think that will be fair to say. Because I simply shouldn't go to the Andromeda. I should have left it as it is. I will have made less boxes, etc. But I will save a ton of time trying to align with Andromeda, try to collect it. I lost a lot of minutes in there because I needed more time for this one. So yeah, I shouldn't have done that part really. That was way too optimistic. But yeah, money-wise, I couldn't lose. As we know, 90,000 is for 1 box. If I had 24, I wouldn't lose six boxes. So it won't be that 600,000. So, but I will be still a little bit extra on the time. So I'll just make it 600,000 extra. I'll just call it okay. So I did 8 million in 1 hour, and that was with the time getting into the hangar. Yeah. So I just called the ship. I should have really leave that extra 4 seconds. I don't know why I started the video too long or too long after that. Imagine you just standing on the SOP portal. You call your ship, reclaim it into the hangar, then you go into the elevator, you're coming down. Okay, it's not 4 seconds, 10 seconds, whatever. Then I should have started the video. So I clicked in here, yeah, when I was here. So let's see how long it takes to get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say I need to go SOP. I'll call it 10 seconds, yeah. So I lost 10 seconds in there, technically. Or should we call it from the bed as well? I'll just call it extra minute. Yeah, let's say just log into the game, and then log into the game, get in your ship, get into your ship, get into the first HGH. You can still do 6 loads easily, and come back in 1 hour. I definitely think that, because I lost a lot of time. We are not almost 8 minutes out, but again, if I didn't do the Andromeda, you know, stuff, if I had a little bit more luck, I guess, it is easily possible. And even then, again, I'm not going to call it 8.6 million, I'm going to call it 8 million. Still committed to the fact. I should literally just should have left it there. Let's say the unloading process doesn't take 4 minutes because I don't bother with the other boxes. I have 1 hour, I was just happy right there. Yeah, now I'm going to send the, the civilian parts, yeah, for 1 million, you will see there. And 6.4 million for the military parts. So that was 7.4 million done there. And then if you do 6 loans of 250k, you know what I mean. Plus Andromeda was there, 80k as well. So that's what it is. I did find them out anyway. So it was 8 millions and 685,000. Yeah, so 8.7 millions, let's say, on there. And because I overstayed if I 8 minutes and 42 seconds at this point, let's say I'll just take 700,000 down from that money, make it 8 millions exactly. I think that's fair to say. Then per hour, you will make 8 millions quite comfortably. So not 3 to 6, yeah, it's neither of those. It is very, very comfortably 8 millions when you know what you're doing, and that is not only realistic, is kind of underestimating again. And with everything, logging into the game, coming back and sell 8 millions within 1 hour. Now imagine you're already out there. Could have made 12 millions, could have made 2 extra loads in 1 hour. Is it possible in 8 minutes once? It certainly is, isn't it? So that will be like, again, 64 minutes. Oh my god, yeah, 4 minutes extra on there. Yeah, roughly 12 millions in 1 hour and 4 minutes. There we go. Yeah, but it is definitely possible. I did it multiple times. I didn't have my stopwatch, but I knew it was about an hour, and I made roughly 12 millions, because that's how much I sell it for. When I check my money, that's how much more I had. So I knew it's definitely possible, and that's what you can expect. And then when you put it to the test, yeah, okay, I was off with many things, yeah, but not by too much. But in my expectations, yeah, if you do it this way when you log into the game, and then need to log out, basically, yeah, sell everything, log out. Okay, 8 millions. I'll see you in the next one.